Let's talk a little bit about wordwrap in Adobe Illustrator. So you can see the after effect here. Let's see how I got to that. So I'm going to jump into this here and see if it'll let me turn off my text wrap. Okay, so I have two objects, and this one is grouped together. Now this still has text wrap too, so let me release it. Okay, now you want to have these right either in front of or behind each other. You can't have them several layers apart. Like say some of these objects were between the text and this, that wouldn't work so great. So I'm going to bring them both to the front by using Command Shift right bracket, which is the same as going to arrange. Bring them all the way to the front. Now I want to have this graphic immediately in front of the text, so I'll bring it forward one level. Now whenever you want to select multiple objects, you can select one, hold Shift, and select the next, so I have just these two selected with the graphic in front. Now I can go to Object, Text Wrap, and Options. I could go to Make right away, but I want to look at the options first. So I have 12 points. I want to turn off this invert. I can increase this amount. Now I can't preview yet because I didn't go to Make and actually make the text wrap. So while those two are still selected, I'm actually going to make it. I'll tell this yes. Okay, now I can see the buffer, so text could go inside there or anywhere outside of here, and depending on where I move the text, it's going to wrap around that circle naturally. Now let's see if we can get any inside there. It's a little challenging if it's not small text. It would probably have to be a smaller font to go in there, and it would get kind of messy, but technically it could go in there. Now if you do invert, excuse me, if you do invert, it should go inside of hair. Let's undo that. See if I can select both these two and then do invert. With a larger font, it's probably not going to work so hot, but ideally it should put text only inside that option. Let's use a less complex option. So I'm going to release this. Let's make, and I'm holding Shift to make a perfect circle. Okay, we want this in front. Okay, now it's sitting inside that buffer to the best of its ability. However, I need to move this up to fully see the effect, because the text box is also constraining where it will go. That's a little better. So inverting it puts it inside the object, and not having it inverted will have a buffer and it will go around the outside of the object. Now, if you continue in graphic design, you might learn InDesign. InDesign is a layout program, and it has a much more powerful version of wordwrap. Alright, that's it for now. This could be helpful for putting text for your book cover alongside a graphic and having it flow around it. Let me know in class if you have any questions, but the main thing to remember is text with a filled simple object right in front of it, one right in front of the other. Select both by clicking one, holding Shift, then clicking the other, and then going up to Object, Text Wrap, and either Text Wrap Options or Make.